I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns. The challenge double agents episode 4. I literally just had a senior moment, but it's happening a lot. It's just Tyler's used to it. I'm sorry. With me as always is Tyler, and tonight we have a Sequester alumni and queen, CJ Marie. Thank you, and super fan of the challenge, I presume.
Yes. I like the challenge a lot. Yeah.
She's always in the challenge commenting on our stuff like, y'all, nope, this is what it is. So I'm like, we got to get her on this show.
Yeah, so, and I'm super excited to have CJ on because, CJ, you're my favorite on Sequester season 2. I was rooting for you the whole way. You are the robbed goddess of the season. So once we saw that you were in our chat talking about the challenge with us, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to have her on to talk about this stuff.
Yeah, CJ, he's never told me one time that he liked anything about me and Sequester. Nothing. So you should feel blessed.
Oh, I feel so special right now. I'm glowing.
Hello to Valencia and Matt in the chat. Welcome, guys. This episode, wow. It took some turns that I did not see coming. Even Tyler was I don't know what's going on, what happened. I don't think they really show. Okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched episode 4 of the Challenge Double Agents, go away, come back when you've watched it. Okay, because we're going to spoil it. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Fessy, did we not see him come up with this mastermind plan? Because he really didn't come up with a mastermind plan. He tried to play off like it was a mastermind plan after the fact. What do you guys think?
I think
Go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, there was not a lot of that in the edit. So even when they were kind of teasing, they had Corey and Josh be like, oh, was this his plan? Did he cut a deal? I was like, I don't know. I don't remember them saying anything. No, and then it cuts back afterwards. He's like, yeah, I did this and this was all me. The edit didn't really reflect that.
No, the edit looked like it set him up to look like a big asshole, because it really went from, I'm with Corey and Nelson and these are my boys and I would never do anything. And then he turns around and he puts himself in. And then what he does to Anissa, I mean, he's not doing himself any favors at all.
Yeah, I feel like he's looking very short term at all this, right? He's saying I'm gonna put myself in. I'm going to win this challenge. I'm gonna get rid of Anissa. Sorry, Anissa, you're wonderful, but there are better partners out there.
Yeah.
But he's just changing the game and the structure of the alliance is way too much. Where nobody's able to trust him. He has this huge target on his back, and now with Casey as a partner, Casey's not the most smart strategic person out there, but even she can recognize that oh shit, we are targets number 1 now. It's not good.
Yeah, and that hall brawl was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, it looked like Fessy was giving birth to Nelson out of his butthole. Did it not? I'm like, he's giving birth to Nelson in this first round. Yeah, what is happening?
And I gotta say, there were a lot of confessionals, right, about him playing dirty and putting the visor down or whatever. To me, I think that's okay, right? It's hall brawl. I feel anything should go as long as you're not literally murdering somebody, right?
I get that, but because of how much Fessy has talked about his basically non-existent football career and been I'm ready, I want to put my hands on somebody, he talked up this big game. So then the fact that he had to resort to playing dirty, it's just disappointing. It's man, I thought you were going to wipe the floor with Nelson the way you've been talking. And instead you guys just laid on top of each other.
Yeah, as soon as Fessy went in, I was oh, he's gonna have this super easy. He is a football guy. He's used to this contact sport. But Nelson really gave him a run for his money here.
And big guys tire out easy. I'm a little person. Okay, CJ, I'm 4'11", I'm tiny. And I've learned that you can wear down a big person mentally and physically, but you can really wear them down to where they've got nothing and you just dart off. So my whole thing was he's just trying to wear out Fessy. And I really think he could have, but at one point, was it me or did it look like after Fessy ripped off his mask, Nelson was like trying to go up in his short and grab his balls? I mean, if you want to play dirty, I'm going to play. I'm like, what is that? This is great. I think those two men are gorgeous anyway. So I'm like, y'all got to take some layers off to get the call ball. Allison is going to support that decision.
Right. Yeah. And of course, at the end of all this, Nelson says, like, I've lost a friend here. So he's not too happy that he's going, and he's taking it quite personally. And I don't blame him for that either.
No, I just, wow. I just think Fessy was trying to play it off like, oh, well, I had this planned all along. I don't know about that. We've seen your masterminding on Big Brother. It's not much. The elevator is trying to get up there, but it stalls out.
That's true. That's true. But I feel like he is better at the challenge than he is at Big Brother. So I do want to give him like that at least. So I don't know.
Well, I love the episode. CJ, any episode where TJ is laughing at them?
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful. Absolute gold. Like all of them doing the challenge and TJ just being like, great work. Ha ha ha. You suck.
Wait, but like I want to talk about this challenge because I messaged Allison and I was like, this challenge really sucks.
Yeah.
Like, we went from like wrestling on like a big like moving truck last week, like production value super high, like these like epic like fighting shots, and then this time it's just like a game of like communication and just like it's basically like a glorified video game, and I don't feel like it was like very good TV either, especially if like literally only one team is completing the challenge.
Yeah, it's just flying drones.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't, like, my son's a gamer, like CT, shockingly. My son's a gamer. And when I've never been a gamer. I get too nervous. I have anxiety attacks. I can't help it. I played Tetris. That was my level of gaming. So I would play old Sonic the Hedgehog on his old little Sega Genesis. Okay. I'm talking 19, 18 years ago. And I would get so flustered and he's trying, well, go this way, go that way. And they're like, oh, God damn it, shut up. I'm trying this in easy. It's just frustrating. And then they're watching through the, listen, this was product placement if I've ever seen it. They're selling the Samsung Vision thingy and some drones. Come on now. That's
true. I mean, like, they do have to pay for this like insanely good production somehow. So if this has to be like a filler challenge to kind of like get that money coming in, I guess it's okay. But like, CJ, what did you think about the challenge?
I just feel like the idea was a lot bigger than the execution. And I think it didn't help that like nobody could work the drones. They were all crashing.
Yeah.
Whereas it visually could have had a little bit more potential. Still very much a dud. I think they did a different VR challenge a couple seasons ago. I want to say it was Final Reckoning, where they had like the one who had the VR headset and you had to like walk. And like one person didn't have the goggle or the headset on and the other person was, and they're like suspended in the air and it was still that communication.
Yeah.
That worked great. Visually, it was interesting. You get the thrill out of the heights challenge, whatever. This gave me nothing.
These people do not communicate well in life. That's why they're on the job. And so what are they going to do with this? I would have been like, just let me fly who was my partner again? CT. CT is my partner. CJ, we all picked like who we thought. So CT and I would be probably arguing. I'd be like, CT, just put the damn visor and just let me do it. Just let me do it.
My question is like, is it good product placement, right? If like everybody is crashing these drones and they're like, oh wait, the screen went black, it's not working anymore. Like if I were Samsung and I was like watching this challenge back for like, okay, yeah, this sounds good, let's send them the check, I would be like, I don't like how this turned out. Like I don't feel inclined to go buy a drone after watching like 20 people crash it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Walmart's really regretting this decision right now.
Right.
I'm fairly confident the Walmart made drones.
Yeah,
They
I don't know.
last
So
30
I might find this challenge on like a top 10 worst
Yeah.
competitions in challenge history video on YouTube later. I don't know. I just was really thumbs down on it. It felt like a filler challenge.
Going
Definitely.
back to the beginning of there's a couple of notes I have. Tori and Fessy are feeling each other, but Tori's engaged. Anissa and Tori are close. Yeah. Then we get to Liv, whose arm is still in a sling. Dude, they just gloss over. Nobody gave a crap about Liv. I mean, she was in one scene where she gets like a group hug, and then they cut to the challenge, and well, Michi, Liv is gone. She didn't even get an exit reel. Nothing.
I legit don't even have any notes about her because like that's how quick like it was just like yada yada whatever.
We will probably never see her again.
Never.
Right.
And let me tell you something. I better get an exit reel. I don't care what show I'm on because I will get injured and I will get hurt. I'll probably trip over my own attitude and knock myself out. And then if I need a reel, y'all make sure that happens. But what do you think about the whole Tori and Fessy thing? Spoiler alert, Jordan and Tori are not engaged anymore.
I want to hear CJ. I want to hear what you think about this.
What do you think? Do you think it's not something done? I don't know.
I don't think so necessarily. I feel like Tori, she has her cheating past. And that's not doing her any favors. However, I feel like she has owned up to that past. And now, like, as this episode was airing, she had, like, made posts on social media being like, I did not cheat on Jordan, da-da-da-da-da. And, like, Jordan has been very cordial as all of this has unfolded online as well. So I think it should be okay. I don't see it, if it does, like, if they hit it off, I don't see it going past, like, maybe, like, a little kiss.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think anything crazy happened in that house between those two.
Yeah, or it could last more challenges.
Well, so are Fessy and Tori together now? Like outside of the house?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
That's weird to put in then. Like it would be one thing if like they were a couple now, and so like we get like a retrospective, like oh this is when we first met, just in case they're on like a couple's like season together or something like that.
Listen. And I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh, well, Tori's gone through guys because she's had a couple of boys. So did Johnny Bananas too.
Yeah,
it happens on the challenge. It's a very incestuous place.
Yeah.
I think it happens when you're in this kind of area. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
I'm not downing her or shaming her in any way. I'm just saying, look, it is what it is. Devin, speaking of shameful, I love Devin. It hit me tonight, and I want CJ's opinion on Devin. And I think I should ask first. But after watching this episode, I really feel like I'm Devin and Tyler is Tori in this relationship.
Oh, I totally 1000% agree with that.
I mean, I seriously, when they were like, well, this hole is so beautiful down here. I mean, it would be even more beautiful if you weren't here because you're just ruining it, sucking the life out of this area. That's my life. So
I feel like Devin and Tori like really match each other's energies very well. Yeah. Like when they were like deliberating in the spy room thingy. Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but she tried to schmooze him a little bit, and he was like, "Listen, Tori, we've played a bunch of these challenges. Like we don't need to pretend to play one another and stuff like that. Like let's just be honest and align here." And I think that Devin's really good at that, right? Like he's really good at the one-on-one connection, getting somebody over onto his side. He's very charming, very, very good. Kind of reminds me of a younger Wes almost.
What do you think, CJ? What do you think about Devin?
I enjoy Devin. I think he's delightful. I'm sad that Nicole went because I enjoyed that dynamic even more because Nicole's got nothing going on up here and Devin's got it all going on up here and nothing anywhere else. But I think I'm happy that him and Tori are together. This episode kind of solidified that. And I was like, you know what? I do enjoy this pair because I feel like Tori is very nice and very a go-getter. And Devin's I want to scheme. I don't care. I want to plot and I want to scheme. And if I don't like you, I'm not going to fake it with you. You're going to know like it's over and done with. Whereas like Tori's trying to be like, come on, like we can be fake nice, like just play along, smile and wave. And so I like that dynamic because they're opposites, but it's not too clashy that they can't work together at all.
Mm-hmm. It's like Devin will tell you, get out of the room. You're bothering me. Just ask Amber.
Yeah.
Like why are you okay, we're going to get to Big T's story in this chat. Yes, as Adrian's list, thank you, Brent. She opens up to Kyle and Amber M and Devin. I can't remember if anyone else was there. And, it being all supportive, listening to Big T. And then Amber goes over and hugs Big T. And all of a sudden, it's like Devin just is like, so what's your story? What the fuck are you doing here? I mean, am I wrong? Is that basically what just like, what's your story? What are you doing?
I don't think it came across that way, right? It was very
it did to me. That's what Allison heard.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know Devin as well as you guys. Like I said, I took a little break from the challenge, so I feel like this is only like the first or second season that I've seen Devin in. So that's good to know that he's kind of like that.
Yeah, but he's kind. Do you think CJ? He's kind of getting a little full of himself.
Yes, but I think he's right to be full of himself in terms of at least his like strategy and smarts. Like he can do a puzzle. He can game and he can do all that. So I'm fine with that because it's not necessarily him like overestimating something that he's very clearly not good at. It would be one thing if he went in and said, I'm a physical beast. I'm going to put me in the hall brawl. I'll take Fessy out. I'll take Nelson out. Let's go. He's not like that.
No, he looks at that hall brawl. Yeah. With Fessy in the hall, he'd probably be like, I'm not going in there. Guy's going to break my neck.
Yeah. And especially since he already has his gold skull, like why bother with that stress? Like why roll the dice and risk that? So I agreed with him in this decision.
He didn't even hesitate. He was like, no, Tori, no.
He's like, this isn't it. I'll get you your skull. Just don't say we're going in.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great. But what did you guys think? I don't know Big T very well. I know I can't remember what show she came from. Was it Geordie Shore?
Let me check on that.
I thought she was on the same show as Liv. I think they both did Shipwrecked or something.
Okay. Well,
not positive, but I thought they did.
Yeah, you're right. Shipwrecked, Battle of the Islands, 2019.
Well, listen, I don't know much about her, but like, what a story.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get emotional to watch it. You don't get emotional watching the challenge unless somebody talks about DM, then it's okay. But it's like, I can't, like, what a great story. And then leave it to Devin to take a shit on it immediately, which I can, that would be me. I relate to Devin. I just really do. Like, I don't know what to say in awkward situations, and I would probably say, pull my finger. I don't know.
But no, I feel like this was good content for Big T. I feel like Big T, like this is like winner's edit kind of thing. Like this is the kind of stuff we see on Survivor, like pre-merge that tells you like, oh, this person's probably going to be around for a while.
Who's your favorite player, Survivor? John, the guy with the cowboy hat?
Wait, what, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Who's my favorite?
Yeah, with the cowboy hat.
Colby?
That you love to hate.
Russell?
No, was it John or somebody?
They kept
finding the idols, like he was finding idols everywhere. He was a vet. And you
I don't remember who you
never mind. Forget it.
Survivor casts lots of people with big cowboy hats.
Okay, well, I don't think Russell ever wore a cowboy hat. So.
No, he wore the fedora that Sandra burns. Can't wait to talk about that.
Yes. So you guys, let me ask you a question. Do you think that Devin is the Johnny Bananas this season? Ben, yes.
Thank you.
I don't know why I brought Ben up because I'm 43 years old and I can't remember. So
do we think Devin is the Bananas of the season?
Yeah.
No,
you don't think not like as a hoe, but I mean like as like you know what I mean? Like as a like he's really kind of, I don't know, I got some vibes, some banana vibes from him tonight, just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It could be.
I get more like Wes vibes from Devin in terms of like the masterminding that I don't think Johnny Bananas is really about. Like Johnny Bananas is just like put myself in front. I'm gonna be the biggest target, the biggest threat, like the strongest competitor. Try to take me on, but you're probably not going to win, so don't even try type of thing. I kind of get more Bananas vibes from Fessy this season in terms of like his target placement in the house.
Oh, and I brought up Ben because of winner edit, because he got the winner's edit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
right, exactly. Yeah. But it's the same thing with Big T, I think. But yeah, I definitely get more Bananas vibes from Fessy.
Well, like, what'd you guys think of? Okay. So after this little altercation with Devin and Amber, which was nothing, nobody cried. It wasn't a big deal. Devin even got up himself and left.
Mm-hmm.
She next day tells Nelson about it, isn't even crying about it.
Yeah.
Nelson goes and wakes up Devin. Is like, get up, man. We need to talk. I got Amber over here crying on my shoulder, talking about all this stuff. And he's just like, what? Go talk to Big T and Kyle. And then come back to me. What do you guys say about that? Like, what? I don't want to be, no.
Go ahead, CJ.
That's first and foremost just not the way to wake somebody up. Like, I just love that Devin straight up just goes, you need to come back here with a different energy. This is like, that is very much, why would you try and start a fight with somebody who is literally half awake?
Right.
Like, he is in the bed, wrapped in the covers. But one thing I feel like is so bizarre is that this literally just happened similarly, like a couple episodes with like the Casey Josh CT thing where Josh is like, Casey was crying and da 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 da. Like, they're being so dramatic. She wasn't crying. Amber wasn't crying. It's fine. Like, I feel like you're just fighting to fight at this point. And
that would require like Casey to have like any type of emotion at all, which she's just not, you know?
Yeah, but it's just like they're building something out of nothing. And it just, the conversation didn't need to be had in the first place, but if it did, let the man get out of bed, brush his teeth, change. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like some of these people, they're like self-producing a little too much. Like they know that like the only way to get airtime in such a big cast is to like really oversell like everything, right? Like they're trying to make like a huge fight out of nothing. We certainly saw that with Josh and Jay tonight as well, which was just so hilarious to me.
Wake me up like that, you're gonna get a cat thrown at you. What? No, it's not happening. No. Here's a question real quick from Ethan. Who would win out of a Killa Cam and Natalie showdown? Who do you guys think?
Natalie from Big Brother?
Yes.
I would have to go with Killa Cam.
No. I'm sorry.
Survivor?
Natalie from Survivor. I'm sorry.
That's tough. I would have to say Natalie. I listened to the Challenge Mania podcast. They had Natalie on to talk, and she was like, "I could beat any bitch in these eliminations. Like, I'm not afraid. Like, put me in. I don't care."
Yeah.
Gosh, maybe Natalie's the bananas of the season. I don't know. I'm kind of like talking myself into that, but yeah, my money would definitely be on Natalie.
What do you think, CJ?
I think I would put it on Natalie. I don't watch a lot of Survivor, so I've never seen her season at all. But she is built like a tank.
Yeah.
And on that alone, Cam is done physically. I think intellectually she can match Cam there as well. So I think Natalie's taking it.
My God, the legs on that woman.
Yeah,
I mean,
she is a beast.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
I would not want her to step on my foot.
Mm-hmm.
Have to have it amputated.
Yeah.
So it's a good question. CT and Fessy in a gall brawl.
I would have to go with, after seeing tonight, I would have to go with CT. If Fessy just kind of fizzled to me, I don't know.
That's a hard one. Man, I'd really have to think about that.
CT will just pick Fessy up and like sling him over his shoulder, walk him to the edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd just pick him up by the back and carry him behind him and drag him to his bell.
Yeah.
Like he did Johnny Bananas pretty much. Just carry him on his back like Yoda. That's it. So I think that
I want to talk about this stuff with Josh and Jay and
oh my
Casey.
God. Keep talking about
all the
somebody
Big Brother drama.
because Devin hates Big Brother. He hates everybody from Big Brother.
But why? I don't understand that. Like, why is he like targeting Big Brother? Just because it's like a very visible alliance that he's not a part of?
I think it's because CBS merging with MTV and all that, they are bringing a lot of CBS, Survivor, Big Brother people over. And I think all these other people are like, excuse me, I've been on MTV for how long? And you're bringing these people up here. I think it's a jealousy. I think there's,
some jealousy going on.
Some jealousy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a little bit too is just the fact that like CBS people play the strategic games. Like they're Big Brother and Survivor. MTV people are the more modern MTV people. Are you the one? Dating shows. Like what? There's not a lot of strategy that goes into that. So I think they're also just scared.
Yeah.
Why can't we pull someone from Jersey Shore or Teen Mom and put them on this damn show? I bet you Amber from Teen Mom OG could rip a bitch apart. And what's his name? Ronnie. I bet Ronnie from Jersey Shore could, he'll punch a man or a woman. So he's fine either way. He's dirty. He doesn't care. But yeah, I don't know what that does. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So you wanted to talk about the what?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the Josh drama because like he's like really not trusting Jay, and like I feel I want to ask you guys, like, what is Josh's reputation on the challenge? Is it just as bad as it was on Big Brother? Like he just seems like a very sloppy player to me, which is not surprising at all.
So Jay, you take this one.
He's a child. He's still a child. It doesn't matter where he is. Like he's only proving the fact that like what he did on Big Brother is very in line with him.
Yeah.
The one you see a difference, there's no difference. He's bringing that exact same energy. He's still handling things like a small baby and just whining and screaming and whatever, like causing drama out of nothing, being paranoid. There's nothing strategic and smart and, really like there's not a lot of forethought.
Yeah. I mean, if I were a woman, like on this season, like Josh would be like the very last partner I would want because like, and I feel bad for Nani because like, I love Nani. I'm rooting for her to like actually win one of these things for once, God bless her. But I don't see you winning when you're attached to Josh like this.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he just can't, he's doing the same thing. He just can't pots and pans together. I mean, that's all it is. And he's so paranoid. And he's sitting there talking to Jay, who's next to KC, and Jay is like, I am not against you. I'm trying to talk to you like an adult or adult. How did he pronounce it? I don't know, but it was funny. But I'm trying to talk to you like an adult, and you want to walk away. Okay, that's fine, fucking idiot. Like Josh just wasn't having it. It was like Josh just like, I'm going to scream at you. You're going to fight me? Like, that's like what I think is going on in his head. Am I wrong? Yeah. It's like he wants that person.
Totally. And like, I do want to give Jay props because I feel like he did the best that he could with like trying to de-escalate the situation, right? He's like, here, come sit next to me. Like, let's talk this out. Like, we are alliance members. And I agreed with him in confessional. He was like, listen, like, I can only take this for so long before, like, I just have to say, like, he's not going to trust me no matter what. And that's him and his paranoia. That's not anything that I am doing wrong.
Yeah, Jay, who I still think needs a haircut. I got to say that, CJ, every week. I want to cut his hair because when he has his hair pulled back and he had his hat on, he looked very nice. That's just the mom in me. Get a haircut.
Yeah.
His hair is beautiful. Stop that.
But I just want it cut. That's all. You're on national damn television. Cut your hair and look nice. Look at Fessy. But
True. But no, I felt bad for Casey, like being in the middle of this too,
my
right?
God.
Like she wants to have this alliance with Jay, but like
Yeah.
she has like the big brother connection to Josh, so like it's tough. I felt bad for Casey.
This was my face when this was going on, and I feel like Casey and I were on the same. I was like this during that fight.
You mean like this?
Yeah, yeah, that was me. Like what? What? I don't know what's happening right now. I'm confused. That's the confused face for me, CJ. So, well, who is it? Tori and Devin win the challenge. They have the house vote, which is Amber and Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
And Tori kind of says, I think it could be a women's elimination. We've lost 2 women. I really think it, I don't know. But I want an easy skull. Put me in against Amber M. What do you guys think about that?
So I don't like it from a production standpoint that like they're not giving them that information, right? And Tori like even tries to ask TJ like before they decide like, can we have a little bit more information? I feel like this lets production kind of like decide like right then and there based on like the narrative and like who's being put in and stuff like that. So I don't know. It feels a little like dabbled in by production, in my opinion.
What do you think, CJ?
There's room for some meddling, a little bit of tomfoolery on production's behalf.
Oh yeah,
but I think I follow Tori's like mindset in regards to being like Amber's the smallest girl in the house. Like why wouldn't I want that easy win? Which is super smart. Like it sucks if you're Amber and it's like, oh man.
Especially when you see that it's Hall Brawl, right?
Yeah. But also, you're on the challenge. Like this isn't real world circa like 2013 when all they did was go party. So you're not just here to like get drunk. It's in COVID time, so they're not even going out to bars. Like they just have that like on-site bar thing. So like, what are you doing? What are you here for? What are your reasons? To get an appearance fee? Okay.
What did you think, Allison?
Well, speaking of someone who made an appearance that I forgot was part of the show, Gabby, who Fessy was hitting on in the fake bar. That's a fake bar. Like CJ said, it's like an igloo with really like your kind of lighting that you've got in your background.
Yeah.
Totally.
I feel like it's cute though. Like it's a cute little dome. You can see it when you get like the wide shots of the house. It's just their little igloo. That's fun.
We're going across the street to our bar, to our fake bar. But what did y'all think about Fessy hitting on Gabby? And Gabby was in it, and then like within 30 seconds, no, like he literally, the whole relationship ended in less than a minute.
I like Fessy's like really making his rounds between all the women here, and I just like again think it's like really awkward that like they're showing him talking about Tori in such a I'm gonna try to like get this girl even though she's like engaged. Like it's I don't like it. But good for that other girl. I don't even remember her name, but
Gabby.
For being like, not into this. Sorry, goodbye.
Yeah, I could help you. Like she's like, I could give you some advice. Oh, this is something I made a note of. Speaking of which, the quote of the night, it came from Jay when he was arguing with Josh. I wrote it down. He's like, I'm not afraid of you, Josh. Jay's like, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. And he said, dude, I will step into your mouth and shit. I want to say that. I just want to say that to somebody. I guess next time Finley pisses me up, I will step inside your little furry mouth and shit.
Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Jay beat CT in an elimination one season?
Yeah.
Yeah, last season it was the chain thing.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Yeah. So like, Jay has a little bit of stock to say like, listen, you should be like afraid of me, like you want me on your side, not against you, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I don't know. I just like I have so many like just like little notes about how I didn't like that production like wasn't giving them this information.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore that question.
No,
but
it's okay. But I just wanted to hear your thoughts about it, Allison. We didn't hear yours.
I think production's always involved in everything, and I really do. In little bits and pieces, there's always some tomfoolery shenanigans going on. There's always in this show, in this setting, and they may say, "Well, we don't know," so you might want to, I definitely think they were involved a little bit. I mean, we did lose 2 girls. I'm not crazy. I barely graduated from high school, but if we just lost 2 girls, I think it's a guy's elimination.
Right. It's pretty common sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's common sense. And maybe the producers are like, these people are so stupid. We're throwing flags at them that this is a guy's elimination.
Right.
And we even said, I think one of the producers even said, it's a guy's elimination hall brawl or whatever it is. And Tori said, I wonder if it's going to be a girls or guys elimination. I just said it's a man. It's male. That's a man elimination. Okay. I'm going to go talk to the girls and see, because I think it might be a female. Okay. Have fun with that. Bye.
How do you guys... So go ahead, CJ.
They're MTV stars. Like that. I think you're setting the bar of their mental capabilities just a little too high. Just lower it a little bit.
My expectations are very low right now with reality TV, with the Big Brothers and like Survivor or Geniuses to me.
Yeah,
compared to this shit.
Yeah. Wait, CJ, do you watch Big Brother?
I've seen like modern Big Brother.
Okay.
Not super like the challenge is my thing.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to gauge your level of like us talking about Survivor and Big Brother and stuff.
Did you watch The Real World and all that?
I've seen a couple seasons of Real World.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
So a question for you guys: like, how is Anissa in a better spot now that she's with Leroy instead of with Fessy? Like, how do we think that like her game is affected by this change?
I think she's a lot better off, especially after what just happened this episode.
I concur.
Had Fessy not like torpedoed and crashed, I think she would have been better off with Fessy just because he can compete, and they've shown that together. They worked well together. But after all the shit he just pulled, like she's doing fine. She is A-okay.
And I don't see Leroy as the type of guy to like make himself be like the number 1 target, like Fessy just did too. So, especially after Anissa and Fessy win those first 2 challenges, like Anissa definitely wants to like hide in the shadows just a little bit. And I feel like with Leroy, like they can just kind of be like, just like a standard couple in this game instead of like the big target to get out. So I think it's a really good move for her.
Yeah, I think it was the best move. Everything that Fessy's stupidity is beneficial for other people. He's really screwing it. He can't even hit on a girl in a fake ass bar, Fessy. It was a fake bar with people you know. It's not even a real bar with strangers, and you stupid effed up. Come on, man. I don't know. I just got. I mean, now with the deliberation. Leroy seems to be the leader a little bit. It seems like lately with the deliberation that I think could get him a little, because if you kind of take on that leader role, some people are going to look around like, who does he think he is? Oh, is he safe? He doesn't have a skull or anything.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, who like decides like who talks first? Is it just like okay, go, and then whoever wants to speak up first can, or do they designate like Leroy, like you're gonna start the conversation?
I think it's
they probably designate like one person to start just so that it doesn't start with everybody talking over each other, and then same with like one person to end and be like, all right guys, let's go vote.
Yeah. Just to kind of like narrate, like, oh, we're starting, we're ending. Okay, that makes sense.
And then Nelson just announces to everyone that Amber M is the beast. At what, a farting competition?
It was sweet of him. He did his best. Yeah, he was like, don't underestimate my partner. She can do it. She's got it. And it was just cut to Corey. Nelson, I don't know who you think you're fooling, but we all know Amber M is a layup. Like, it's fine.
There's no way. No.
Bless her heart, and especially now that she's with, is it Meki or Mechi? Michi? Yeah. So they're a pair now, and I feel like this is just going to be like an easy one to vote in next week, right?
Yeah. I think that'll be, if they're taking the easy way. But hey, look, Tori was saying tonight, shouldn't we get rid of these weaker players? I don't know. I mean, because you can't drag people anymore. There's no GOAT in this situation anymore. And I'll be honest with you, I like that, because even from the beginning, it's been, I don't have to win anything. I just have to mentally play this game, and I don't have to do anything. Now you have to do both.
Yeah.
And you have to put yourself into the elimination round to earn a skull, even if you're a double agent.
Right.
So.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I feel like it comes down to, do you have your gold skull or not? If you already have your gold skull, then I think, you can keep them around just so like you can get to the end and they're like weaker. But if you don't have your gold skull, like you kind of like want to stick with like your strong team. I don't know. It's tough.
Definitely.
It's like this game structure is very complex, and I really want to like applaud MTV for thinking about this, because I feel like in like Big Brother, in Survivor, like all these games, like a big power alliance can just like make the game like so stale. And I feel like all this constant like changing up and stuff, it's very complex, very layered. Every episode, like I feel like you never know like who the hell is going to go in and who the hell is going to go home. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun.
It's kind of like with Big Brother, there's always the popular group gets together.
Yeah.
And then they vote out people like me who don't fit in, or the oddballs or whatever. And it's boring. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's not. And now you got all these people you freaking hate that are somebody, and then you just don't give a shit anymore. And I think we've kind of experienced that over the last couple of years with Big Brother. And I would love to see a crossover Big Brother with Challenge people, Survivor people, and Big Brother alumni. I think that would be perfect. We're still in this COVID crisis and other stuff. Yeah. So maybe do that this summer. I'm just saying, throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I feel like the Challenge people would just go crazy. They don't get their booze. They don't get to fight as much. Like there's no production to be like, we can yell and get heated and somebody's going to like tell us to back off. It's just, they would all get sent home.
They would all have to lead by Josh's example, right? Like just paying a bunch of pots and pans. And if you're looking at Josh to be your example, you're probably not in a good spot.
I think they also need to remember Casey won too. Mm-hmm. So follow her example.
Yeah, that's true.
Follow Josh's example. So I guess we'll end with, or I don't know. Okay, Casey, you're on the challenge this season, and you get to pick your partner. CJ, who are you picking?
Wait. So like I get to pick my like what you guys did?
I've got you. They made me go with what's his name? CT.
CT, yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be like your ideal partner out of like everybody in this cast here?
Is stealing a partner from Allison an option? Like, can I steal a partner? Because I will happily do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can steal my partner if you want to, but that's just gonna make me stronger and better.
All right, I want CT. Okay,
let's go. You go. So CJ has CT. So now Allison has to pick a new partner.
I'm gonna go with Devin.
I knew you were going to say that.
I feel like that would be a fun hot mess.
Yeah.
That would just be a train. You look like a train wreck. Come sit next to me. This is going to be fun. And Tyler, who's yours again?
So I actually said Casey. So I'm glad to see that me and Fessy are thinking the same way in terms of like who could be a valuable partner. Maybe that's going to make a big target out of me. Who knows? But at least I have a good, reliable partner on my side.
Oh my gosh. So we've got a couple of questions. Do we think the Survivor players, how far do we think they're going to go? Who do we have left us from Survivor? Natalie
and Jay, right?
Jay. Are the only two right now?
I think so. I think that's the only two.
I think Natalie and Jay have the potential to go far. I mean, it's a different kind of gameplay. I mean, Natalie has kind of sat back. She was Wes's partner, and he got eliminated.
Yeah.
And now she's with who's she with again? There I go, having a senior moment. Who's her partner?
I have. Where's the list?
I know. I always have to have like a spreadsheet up for this.
Corey.
Okay, I can't remember it. And
that's a good pair.
That's a good pair.
Yeah,
that's a really good pair.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jay is with Teresa. Haven't seen much of Teresa this season.
I know. I'm disappointed in that because like I was excited to see her back after such a long stretch away. So I'm hoping that it's a big cast. Maybe her time is coming. But if I were to guess between like Jay and Natalie, who I think is going to last longer, my money is definitely going to be on Natalie.
Oh man, I wish we could have same sex like partners.
Because you would pick Natalie.
I would pick Natalie. I'd be like, Natalie, you just strap me to your back like Yoda or freaking the child and baby Yoda, and we're set.
Would you pick Natalie over CT for a partner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. That's a spicy take.
Very hot.
I think you should be. Yeah, you should have. I think you should be able to have the kind of partner you want, and then gender shouldn't matter. If I want to go with Natalie, I should go with Natalie. It doesn't matter.
That would be cool.
Now, if I was with Anissa, that would be a mess because she and I are not athletic. It would be a mess.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. Look, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm the worst. I'm the worst person you ever want to go up against in a physical, unless it's running your mouth.
I would love to see you and Natalie in that hall brawl competition.
I'd be like, "Go ahead, girl. Look, go ahead. I'd let you go."
You just like lay down.
You'll just do.
Go ahead. CJ.
There was one, I don't remember who was in the hall brawl. I think it was a couple seasons ago, where they start running and then the one person just hits the ground, like just lets them go right over. I feel like that would be you and Natalie. You're just like, nope, go ahead.
I'd also could do that and then put my foot out at the last second and let her trip and then go. That's not dirty. That's just how I've got to play. I'm not big and muscular.
Yeah,
I could. I'm so small. I could dig a tunnel to the dadgum bell.
CJ, I want us to end with like asking you like who do you think is going to win the season? Like who's going to like go to the final and take it all? Like which guy and girl?
Oh goodness gracious! All right. Well, I Lolo. I love Lolo with my whole chest. I think she's crazy and she's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like this is her time. Champs versus stars, it wasn't her time.
Yeah.
She got purged out. She won all her eliminations.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? Lolo, I have faith in you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she's gonna take that W all the way home, but I think she can at least make the final.
Oh, totally. Like I don't see a situation unless she's up against Natalie. I don't see a situation where she loses an elimination and goes home. We saw in that first episode, she sprinted like a puma, like up that mountain, and everybody was like super, super impressed. Yeah, it was very graceful. Even in slow motion, I was like, wow, like I could never look this good climbing up.
I would pull a vagina muscle. I would spring my vagina trying to do that.
Yeah.
And I would never recover. And that's how Allison would get eliminated. Air vac coming to get Air Med is coming to get Allison because she broke her vagina trying to sprint up the hill, and she's done already.
What about the guy, CJ?
All right, for the guy, I want to put some money on Darrell. I think it's his time. I think he took a break. He came back, had a rough time. He's back again, and I have all the faith in him that he can bring this home.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
Staying under the now. I think he's got this.
Darrell is like he's one of the best challengers in challenge history. So Darrell's always a good bet to place your money on.
Yeah, and plus he's with Amber from Big Brother 16. Is it Big Brother 16?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's very low key. She's not making a mess. She's not out there causing crazy drama. She's like she and Casey are the two quiet Big Brother players. The only time Casey really is noticed is when she's next to Josh and he's throwing a tantrum somewhere about something. Yep. That fight.
But when the cast is like that big, you don't need to be making like the attention all about you. Like, look where it's gotten Fessy, right? Like he is like the biggest target out of anybody in the house. You know, is anybody talking about Amber B that way? No. So.
No, I just would stand there during the deliberation and just literally stand behind a piece of furniture and hide. I mean, it's the whole out of sight. Any situation, I'm gonna stand behind somebody. Just forget I'm there. You don't see me. I'm not here. So, would you go on the challenge, CJ? If you were ever asked, like, would you do it?
If MTV calls, I'm there. 100%, hands down. I might need to like hit the gym. Listen, there's not a lot going on up here, but I will give it my best.
Hey, you could be Sequester's first person on the challenge.
That's what I'm saying. That would be great if you got it. Yeah, you bring in Sequester to the challenge. Listen, nobody's gonna ask me to do the challenge. I don't think. I can't even get on Big Brother. Like seriously, Survivor. No, I would probably get on Survivor and die just on the first night of shock from the first big bug I see, and that's it. I'm running into the water. Where's that boat that's supposed to take me to Ponderosa?
I want to go now.
I'm just ready. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on.
Never in a million years do I think I could ever do Survivor.
No,
the bugs, the nature, the outdoor, the rain. I'll pass.
Yeah, the starvation. Yeah, it's tough.
The bathroom situation, it just, I'm not taking Aquadome. It's not happening. It's just not.
And on that note,
CJ, thank you so much for coming. I want to have you on again. You're so knowledgeable. I love it. I love when someone else can match me. I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? I'm not used to it.
Listen, I'm happy to be here.
I don't feel alone right now.
If you want me back, I will come back. Just let me know. Like, this is fun. I love the challenge. So I like genuinely love talking the challenge. Like,
wait. One question before we wrap up. Have you guys heard like the rumblings about like the challenge OG spinoff that may be happening?
Oh, it's happening. Come on now. It's not
happening. Like
it's happening.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's happening. I'm so excited about
What is it?
Go ahead, CJ.
Oh, it's like the old school challengers are like trying to organize something to bring back the challenge, but with those like old school people.
So they're gonna have like challenges that they can actually win, like maybe bicycling or who can run faster on a treadmill or just something like, cornhole or something.
Well, I think I saw like one of the people that I think they said like Katie Doyle is in. I think they said like Ruthie from Real World Hawaii, was it Real World Hawaii? I think but like very OG players. So
how insulted do you think somebody like Jimmy would be? I'm not an OG. What are you talking about? Like, do you think someone would be insulted? Like, I'm not that old. Like, Johnny Bananas should be on freaking, like, he's my age. Yeah. Like, he should be on that show.
I think him and Wes are going to be on the OGs, which is like, that's fine.
I can't wait to see that. Are they going to
need them there?
We see them every season. So.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need you on that.
That's true.
Fine.
If you could have CJ, if you could have like one guy and one girl on the OG season, like no matter what, who would it be?
Oh goodness. See, the problem here is I've not seen a ton of old challenges. Like I think it starts at maybe Fresh Meat 2, skip a few like Cutthroat, and that's where it cuts off for me in terms of going back. But I could go like Katie, you said Katie was in talks. Yeah, I could go her. And then for guys, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, Alton.
Oh man,
there you go. I was like, ooh, I don't know, because a lot of them are very problematic, but nope, that's the one.
Right.
I would love to see Mark from the original.
He's the one that's organizing it. Mark.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to see him because he's hilarious anyway. And as far as a female goes, who's a mess? Who's an older hot mess?
Beth.
Probably Beth.
Tanya.
Tanya, Tanya popped in my head. Let's do Tanya and Mark.
There you go. There you go. I think I would choose Landon because he's one of the best competitors of all time for the guys, and he just looks very good too. And for the girls, I would say Susie Meister.
Yeah.
She's like one of my favorite people ever. I listen to her podcast like every week. She's good people. So I would love to see her back.
Isn't Sarah on that podcast too?
Yeah. Brain Candy podcast. Everybody should listen to that. It's a very good show.
Coral,
Coral would be good too.
Coral, okay, one of my favorite quotes from an old school challenge. One girl was arguing with all the other girls, and she was like, I don't fight. I'll wrestle you. Come on, let's go. We can't get kicked off for wrestling. Coral goes, I don't wrestle. I beat bitches up. I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing. Like that quote right there. Like, I want to say that to somebody in real life too.
She's a beast. Like she like was really good at the challenge. So I hope that Coral, I would assume that like you can't have an OG season without like Coral or like Veronica or like, I don't know. Just like the really good OG characters that I miss a lot.
Veronica tried to come back a couple of years ago, and it just didn't really work out really well. So I would like to see her. But listen, if the elimination round is solitaire, let's go. It'll be awesome.
How would you feel about? And we can wrap up after this. How would you feel about for like an off season show if we did like a brand steal of our own like picked OG season of the challenge? We could do that.
Always down for a brain steal.
Perfect.
I love as long as my cat can be in it.
Yeah, there you go. And he's America's favorite. Yeah.
He was America's favorite. House guest. Proceed.
All right. I think that's it. Once Allison starts talking about her cat, I'm like, all right, it's time to wrap it up. So CJ, where can we find you on social media?
At CJ Marie.
There
you go. Right there.
And if you haven't seen her season, check out Sequester season 2 on YouTube. Very, very good season. Like I said, CJ, you were my favorite. So if you want to see a robbed goddess play her heart out all season long, check her out on Sequester's YouTube channel there.
Yeah, check it out. Sequester, sequesteraccess.com. Go look at that. They've got a lot of stuff on there as well. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Audrey and all them. Yeah. Brought us all together in one way. Actually, this show. You guys probably wouldn't be on this show with me had it not been for Sequester. I mean, let's be real. I'll still be doing this shit by myself. Okay. We'll see how that runs.
Yeah.
Anyway. Guys, please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. I haven't updated it, but I swear to God I will. You can follow me on Twitter at Summers, SOMMERS 1977. I never do anything but tweet about this show. But you can follow me on Instagram at the.memphis.darling. Tyler, how can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at TLions. And we'll actually be live tomorrow to talk about Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, episode 11 and 12. The rise and fall of Candace. I can't wait to talk about all of that stuff because it's a hot mess express.
And we're on a pod. Who is it? Apple, iTunes.
Yes, we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well.
Yep. So there you go.
All right. Well, everybody, take care, stay safe, wear a mask, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.